Hello, this is Pastor Joe, and I'm with the JICF Bible Institute, as you know, and we're going to talk today about the Masters in Biblical Studies and Theology program. This is a new program that we're offering to those people who have completed their undergraduate work, either with the Bible Institute or another school that will we accept their credits accordingly. So let's get started. The course outline is, as we're going to discuss here, is comprised of two types of courses. One is an 8-session, 2-hour per week course. The other is a 4-session, 2-hour per week course. And again, one is 8 sessions and one is 4 sections. And you can see the 8 and 4 beside the course. The first course is Introduction to Biblical Studies. This course provides an overview of the foundation principles that we need in order to go forward in this degree program. So that is an 8-hour program. It's going to talk about biblical interpretations, the historical concepts or the context of the Bible, and the different literary genres that we have in the Bible. Then we're going to look at the Old Testament. The Old Testament survey is also taught at the undergraduate level, but this one's a little more detailed, in fact, a lot more detailed than the ones in the undergraduate program. We're going to cover again, the 5 initial books of the Bible, those historical books, the wisdom books like Proverbs and Job, and then we look at the major prophets and minor prophets. Again, a lot more detail. We'll look at the New Testament survey, and the same thing there. You have the New Testament survey in the undergraduate program. This is more in depth, and it's designed to give a lot more information to you as a person who's searching to have a degree in the master's program in biblical studies. Another course that we offered is biblical hermeneutics. Hermeneutics. And if you're going to study the Bible, you have to first understand hermeneutics because it helps you to interpret or understand how to interpret the scriptures. Okay? And so we need to go through that. A lot of people have not been exposed to that, and we like to expose to you that. So we'll have a course on that. We have a course on biblical theology to make sure we understand that this whole thing is about salvation and what we can do to reach salvation. That's the whole concept behind the Bible. And then we will also have a class on the Hebrew and Greek language and try to understand that the Old Testament was written primarily in Hebrew, some of it Aramaic, and the New Testament was written primarily in Greek, Old Greek. So we're going to talk about that again as we try to understand how to interpret the Bible and how to study the Bible. Year 2 courses, we're going to discuss the life and teachings of Jesus in one of our courses. Then we're going to look at the Old Testament prophets and then how they relate to today. So we need to understand that. We're going to look at Pauline epistles, the epistles that were written by Paul in detail. Again, looking at the historical concept of it and what's the theological themes and how we can use that in the church today. We're going to look at the book of Acts and look at the early church and see what have we done to try to change what the early church is about and what have we done to further implement it in our churches today. And during that time, we will look specifically at figures like Peter and James, who were instrumental in the beginning of the early church. We're going to look at other religions. The the point of the matter is that it's important that we understand these other religions so that we have a conversation about them. We're not saying something that's inaccurate. We're not saying something because this is what we heard, but we're saying what we really understand to be the truth about that religion and how it differs from Christianity. Okay, so if you're in a conversation with someone, you can have a very sound conversation with them, and not one that's just made up of what you think. And then we're going to look at a course for those people who have tried to tell us that the Bible is not accurate, that the Bible is not it's not something we should live by, and we're going to look at why they say that, and again try to identify the thought pattern that we ought to be using when we're having a conversation about it. And those are the general courses that we're going to be offering. It is 2-year it is a 2-year program. It's excuse me, 5 classes per year, 5 classes, 8 total per class, 40 weeks, 40 weeks of classes, 12 weeks off, which is I guess probably be the summer. Okay, but that's what we're going to be trying to do. The other requirements as a part of this is two other requirements. One is a thesis. You'll be expected to write a thesis in the final semester of your master's program. It's going to be done under the guidance of a faculty advisor, and it's going to demonstrate in that you know how to write a thesis, that you know how to do research, so that you can then teach others. And then we're going to also ask the student to develop a actual course that they can begin the process as early as they want to, but it has to be completed by the end of the 2 years in the program. And again, this is an opportunity to teach the undergraduate students. So the master's level students are each individually are developing a course that can be taught to the undergraduate students. Okay, so that's the 2 things that are outside of the regular courses that master's degree program student would have to complete. Again, a thesis, and then developing a course outline. Again, if you have any questions, please let me know, and we'll chat about it. Additional information you need to know is that this is a postgraduate course designed to be completed in 2 years. This is not a correspondence program, so students will be required to attend all classes unless absence approved. We learn by interacting with each other. You cannot learn as well by yourself. Okay, so we're going to try to encourage people to participate in a group setting. It will be online, we'll be on Zoom. We will record it for people to go back and kind of jog their memory. But the recordings are not in place of the class. The expectation is that everyone will attend all of the classes unless there's something that comes up that would require an approval of absence. Again, the classes will be held one time, one evening each week, 2 hours each time. Some classes are 8 weeks, so that makes it 16 classes. Some are 4 weeks, and that makes it 8 classes. Again, the courses are either 8 sessions or 4 sessions. The cost of the program is 1,000 USD, and that's all, just 1,000. And they can be paid quarterly in payments of 250 each. Okay, that is a summary of the of the program. If you have any questions, please get with me. I know one of the questions that came up was payment. That's something that if you want to discuss with me one-on-one, we'll talk about it. Another question came up was the idea of the course outline. Again, that's something that you need to start early as possible because it's going to take a while. Because it's not just an outline, but it's the bone, but also the meat that we give to someone, and they can actually understand and learn from that in that fourth topic. They can be taught in that fourth topic. Okay. The first class is scheduled to begin on the 18th. The first class is scheduled to begin on the 18th, Wednesday the 18th. Classes will be on Wednesday evening, beginning at 9 o'clock Beijing time. Again, if you have any questions, please let me know, and we'll go from there. Take care, be blessed, and as we always say, we love you, we love you, we love you. And we want to make sure that you understand the point of love in your life. Take care. Bye-bye.